Hey folks, Landstryder here, and you're watching episode 44 in season 2 of my Nightmare series in Agrarian Skies. I'm just getting ready to replace my blood armor that I lost between episode 42 and 43. So I've got all the materials prepped up and ready to go. We look here in my golden bag of holding, and you can see I've got a bunch of these blood planks. These are the custom. I just want to share this with you real quick. We'll get to the blood armor here in a minute because I wanted to share this plan with you. For the tower that I'm going to be building, the big giant mage tower, I wanted to make it out of all precious blocks like emerald blocks and diamond blocks. And I'm like, well, I don't really need to waste all that material. I can just use this junk material, these blood planks, because I've got a ridiculous amount of bloodwood. In fact, my system is flushing extra bloodwood away because these are void chests. These have the void upgrade on them. So I went ahead and made a bunch of blood planks, ran them through the sawmill to get the customizable blocks. So now I can put one of these down, and I can get, of course I don't have it now because I lost my original one, a paintbrush from mariculture. Let's see if I can possibly get one of these built real quick. And I need an Invar axe, which I should be able to, yeah, there we go. And I should have everything else. Oh, I need to actually complete the sawmill first. There we go. There's a paintbrush from mariculture. And then if I take an emerald block, which I have a few of right now, put that someplace in the world, and shift right click on it with my paintbrush is now set to block of emerald. So now I can just paint these blocks to look like emeralds for my tower for decoration. So yeah, I can have you can basically make it look like whatever I want. If I change my mind and I don't have to just switch it out. Just repaint it as many times as I want, and I believe I can even paint it with clear textures and make two-way or one-way mirror windows and stuff like that. So I do a lot of interesting effects by building the entire tower out of these custom blocks. Let me show that real quick. Let's see, I should have some clear glass. I don't know if the combined texture, see now I got clear glass, yeah, see, now it is transparent just on the one side. I can see through it. Isn't that neat? Okay, so yeah, anyway, just wanted to share that that is what my plan is to do for the tower, the mage tower over there that I'm going to eventually get to. Maybe I'll get to it between this episode and the next one. And then that will finish up. And I just threw the wrong thing in there. That's okay. I can find that pretty quick. I will put my paintbrush, my newly made paintbrush, now back in my bag of tools. And you can see here's where all my blood armor materials are at right now. Let me get my bag back out. What was that? That was my focus bag. Yeah, that I accidentally put in there. Okay, and let me come down here to where I have the Blood Forge block set. It's just hanging out here on the wall. It could be anywhere. It could be on the floor too. I could lay it out that way too, but I just like it on the wall. So let me jump in here and get out all the runes and sigils and sockets that I need to make the armor. Pull that all out of my inventory real quick. That one does not go into armor. So these guys, I need one of each of these master symbols, and I'm using demon blood shards because I believe if I use a demon blood shard, I'll be able to actually put 2 sigils in each piece. So if I put demon blood sigils there, those there. There we go. So let's start out with let's start with the pants, I guess. So it's going to need one of these. It's going to need one of these. And then in the pants I want, where is it at? Which one do I want the Green Grove and the Void Sigil. So Green Grove and Void Sigil. Now if I right click the soul armor frame, poof, I get some soul armor. And if I put these on, I should have a couple of effects affecting me. I don't have any effects affecting me. Uh-oh. I wonder if I did it wrong. Well, oh, well maybe those ones don't actually show up. Maybe I should have used ones that show up. So let's set up the, there we go, set up the chest piece. Go ahead, oh I hope this works. Put in that and that. And then for this one I want, yeah, well let's put these two in because I know, well wait, those go in the feet. I don't want to put them in the chest. Air and lava is the ones I intended to put in this. So I guess, oh, can't put it in one, it's already got something in it. Air and lava, and right click gives me my chest piece. Okay, well I got fire resistance. I guess the air one's not gonna show. It's the only way I can really test it to make sure that it's actually working is to go to some really high place and jump off and land on stone. Not well, I've got plenty of health if I, dang it. I made it so I can't jump off real easy. Now I want to jump off, so this has definitely got some solid below it. Well, here we go. Alright, no damage. So yes, both of those sigils are indeed working. Let me go put that back before I forget. Both sigils are indeed working in the chest piece because the air sigil prevents me from taking fall damage, and the lava sigil will give me permanent fire resistance and prevent me from taking fire damage. So that is excellent. Good to know that that is working the way I hoped. So yeah, a Master Blood Orb and a Demon Blood Shard. You can activate 2 sigils in each piece of armor. So moving right along, I need my feet, and that's going to get one of those and one of these. So blood. There we go. And the feet, I want to put the haste and fast miner in. So fast miner, haste. There we go. Now I've got permanent haste boost. That's going to be insane when I go up there on the road. I won't even be able to control myself. I might have to actually make the suppression thing. So I got 5 left. I'm actually, I was using the, I don't have, oh wow, that's nice. I can jump high now with the haste. But I was using the, what are those called? Sanguine helmet. For pretty much my helmet for most of the series so I could see nodes. I decided I really don't need to see them that often. Only like if I'm hunting them. I know which ones are up there. I mean, I've used them and had to refill my wand enough that I know which ones are in which places up there. So, and before too long, not this episode, I will eventually get to building that wand recharging station over there too. So then it'll be even less important to actually be able to see them all the time. So I'm going to make a blood helmet, and I switch out to the sanguine helmet when I am actually hunting orbs, and I don't need it at other times. But the reason I want that is because I want to put the whirlwind and the sigil of magnetism into my armor as well, and that's going to basically give me the permanent ability to permanently pick up stuff nearby. That's going to be a little annoying when I'm standing up there by the machine, but I figured it would be nice to not have to activate it and deactivate it. And with it in my armor like this, it will be permanently on, now not costing me any blood pulse. So there it is. A little more menacing looking, I guess, than the Sandrine helmet. There it is, blood armor, fully upgraded. And I've got my particle effects on, so I might have to turn those off. So yeah, now I can zip around. I can fall into the void. I won't take damage. I'll have plenty of time to use my warp book, even if it's not on my bar. So yeah, blood armor's done. Moving right along. Now that I got that all completed. Oh, I wanted to point out. Well, I guess while I'm down here, I'll point out. I was that I made a full set of bound tools. Those are really useful for different stuff. I also made tape measure. I'll get to that maybe later. And a bound fishing rod. Nothing special about making them. You just, use the activation crystal that you make with the lava crystal and by putting it into the blood altar, and you can activate this ritual. Something I did note that when I was doing this, the fire resistance potion comes in really, really handy, because if you drink a fire potion resistance before you start this ritual, you can stand here, lightning can strike you, you can stand in the fire, and nothing happens to you. So it's really, really good for using, for doing the activation ritual, is to have that fire resistance potion. You probably will get one from a quest reward. I've gotten many of them. And it came in real handy when I was remaking my tools here, so thought I'd mention that. Moving right along, back up here, and then over to, whoa, boom, yeah, Green Grove making it go nuts there. And of course I got too close to the... So I had to be careful about jumping on these walkways, because I actually could jump high enough to go over those fences. So over here we can see that I've done a bit of redesigning on the bean farm. I actually had 2 beans. I'm not even sure where they originally came from. So I went ahead and put them down. And this is just kind of just going to show you. All this is eventually going to have beans, except for these little places where it's sticking up 3 above the ground there. Those are going to have some lamps of growth on them, and I might go ahead and put this stuff together today. And let me... oh, I don't have any flight potion left, so be right back while I fill up my flight. Okay, I got my flight potion refilled, and now I'm flying up so I can show you what's going on underneath here. I've got 4 vacuum hoppers set up, and these will suck in the beans as they are harvested by the golem, so I will only need 1 golem. He's just going to be a farmer to be up here. And I can then, let's see here. Yeah, I'll have to avoid putting them on the bottom of this middle one, but I can grow them in the middle, above his head. And then I should be able to grow beans in all these other crazy places. Hopefully he won't get stuck on them. And then what happens is anything that falls on the ground will eventually get pulled over towards these. And since these are... the golem won't fall through the hole, but items will. So if I toss an item on the ground, you can see it gets pulled over there. Oh, well. If I toss an item... I see something I'm going to have to make is a suppression, because now that I got all these awesome effects in my... wow, that's like... wow, that's like a cheetah on crack. Yeah. Oh, what's this building? Yeah, this is a building I built between episodes. I, of course, did the time lapse of it. Jeez, my brain froze there for a second. I did a time lapse record of building this one. This is going to be the train station. It's kind of similar to a design that I did on another server, but I kind of compressed it into like half of the size that it was originally in the other server that I had. So I thought I did a pretty decent job of making it look like a train station. Not sure if the train is going to be on this side or back here. Maybe both. I'm not sure. Not 100% sure yet. But that left room. I figured this area right here might be the village garden. And again, still going to put a tower over here. So yeah, I got that to build. And then I should be able to get that time-lapse video put together and put out. So probably not the best time-lapse you'll ever see. I was looking back over it. There's a bunch of times when I'm not in the camera and you can't see what I'm doing, but I think basically at the end I will probably do a nice pass through on each one of the roads for the time-lapse. Maybe show the interiors. And I haven't gotten to decorating any of the interiors yet. Oh, what did you guys fall in there? Oh, they're not falling in there. It's an illusion. There's actually blocks there. I also got a villager that I wanted to keep, so he has the monostatic drone trade. So I've been waiting to let them guys out here before too long. So and it's raining and it's nighttime. Let me get rid of that before I go. And then I'm going to go craft a suppressing stone so that I can turn off all the effects on this lava, on the armor temporarily, because sometimes I'm not going to want to move that fast, and also sometimes I'm not going to want that sigil magnetism working, and so I forget what it's called. It's suppression something probably. There's armor inhibitors. Yeah, I would have never remembered that. Should have the materials in there already. I do. So yeah, now I can just use this armor inhibitor and it will inhibit all of the special effects of the armor. And it doesn't change the protective properties of it. It just stops all of the speed, and it stops the green grow from growing all these trees in my face. And sometimes I'm going to want this on so that I can move at a normal pace while I'm trying to build and such. I will probably need to have it on when I'm doing the tower, because I'm going to need a little bit of precision movement when I'm moving around. I don't want to overshoot every time I'm trying to move from point A to point B. And then it puts me back to normal speed. So I also added a nice aesthetic touch to the village. I made these paths from open blocks, and like every time you put one down, it just kind of puts a random bit of stones there. I think it looks kind of neat. Doesn't seem to repeat too often. I haven't figured out if there's any kind of pattern to it, but it seems like every time you put one down in the same spot, it's the same pattern. But anyway, put a bunch of those in, so every interesting place. Of course, this one's right on the road. I don't know if I'm going to move that back. Maybe I just leave it where it's at. But yeah, all the houses have little paths up to their doors now, including the tavern. Of course, the jail has the other thing there. I didn't want to cover it up with a path, so yeah. I was getting ready to finish up the bean farm, and for that I'm going to need a tesseract. So I can go ahead and tell the system to start crafting a tesseract. I come down here and I want to make sure that nothing funky is going on over here. Yeah, okay. All good, all good. And it'll craft it up here in a minute. And then I'm also going to need some item ducts. So there we go, item ducts. That should be more than enough. I've got plenty of flight time to go get it done. So I need to export from all these vacuum hoppers back into the main system. So for that, I want to just take and use one tesseract. Should be able to, there we go. When it's ready, it's going to go right there. And it's just going to send items back over to the main system. And I figure I've got plenty of storage in there. I could make a sub-storage for it, but I don't think that's too necessary. I can access the system with my remote terminal from where the magic is currently at, and I should still be able to access it where the magic is going to be, and if not, I can put a wireless terminal closer to that tower when I get it built. Except I'm going to need pneumatics for this. So let's get some pneumatics. I've got a bunch of those in there. 2, 3, 4. And I need to keep that on my bar so that it charges back up the terminal when I use it. And put a pneumatic in each one of these. Nope. There. There. And there. And then I need to tell each one of these vacuum hoppers to export to that side. I like the new design with this, I've been commenting about how much I like the graphics in the new pack that I installed. Probably in every episode since I've done it. But yes, I love it. I love the new graphics. I really wish that somebody would hurry up and make a Sortex Fanver version of the blood magic textures, because that and Mariculture, of course, those are the two that I notice have not been touched yet. Don't have the 64-bit graphics, and they kind of look out of place with all the other nice textures. So, oh yeah, I need to set these to ignore redstone so that they will pull out. Ignore redstone. Ignore. And last one, ignore. Okay, so my Tesseract should be done by now, I hope. And I can go ahead and install that. And that part of that build will be done. Then all I need to do is get a golem and set him up to farm. And I probably even have if I spell it correctly, I have golems in here. Thaumium golem. I have a thaumium golem. And why not? Why not? I got one. He's already made. Normally I would use a flesh golem for the speed. But what the heck? Oh yeah, Tesseract. That's what I came over here for. And I'm going to grab that Tesseract out of there and take it over here. Make sure I have plenty of flight. I do. And drop that right there. And this one is going to, item mode. It's going to send items. Send only. It doesn't need to do anything with fluid, and it doesn't need to do anything with power. And it's just going to be on the main system. There we go. So now any items that end up in these vacuum hoppers will get sent into this Tesseract, coming out over here and getting put into the main system directly. So how's my... Yeah, that's going pretty good. You can see that cobblestone is moving along pretty quickly. I've been trying to let the game run as much as possible. Yeah, I'm up to 3.5 million, not bad. It's still going to be a few episodes away, but Cobblegen Madness is progressing pretty quickly. So, speaking of Cobblegen Madness, before I get into setting up my farmer, let's take a look at what quest maybe I can work on. This, and again, I apologize. I'm all over the board. I'm like so scatter-minded. I go from one thing to the next. This, no, I'm not working on that. Bees have, I am very jaded about bees right now because of that whole incident with I'm forgetting what it was called. It was, well, it would be a queen in here. Yeah, the whole abnormal queen incident. Yeah. So I'm just going to ignore that for now, time being. The Euro Wizard Steve is going to be that epic atomic power. That's a lot of research that I got to get done, and that's kind of why I wanted to get this bean farm done, because you can use beans to get research points. I think it's a little bit easier than the deconstruction table. The deconstruction table is not bad and doesn't cause any ill effects, but beans would probably be the easier, faster way for me to get that done. So let's look at the hoarding quests that I might be able to get done today. Even more storage. Let's see how that's coming along. I don't think I have the cluster just yet. What I need a Terra. I have 2 megas, and so if I tell it to again start working on the Terra, because it stopped working on it once again because I saved the world and had to log off, and it forgets what it was crafting whenever you do that. And then the other one that I might be able to finish today, yeah, and you can see I'm real close actually, 90k of wood, 90k of oak wood. I could come over here and start up this magic, the magic enhancement on the tree farm. That should, I think that should get me to the 100k that I need for the quest in a relatively short period of time. And then I'm going to leave that the way it is because I have plans for that for future build. So let's look at setting this one up. Oak wood, I need 100,000 oak wood. I'm going to select that task. I'm going to get a little bit of oak wood, or a piece of it out, so that I can program this. Doesn't need to be glass, it needs to be oak. And then I can go ahead and set that, and it's going to just start dumping oak out of the system like mad. And if I look in here, yeah, it's just crazy fast. I'm going to lose all that oak, but the farm should catch right back up as soon as I empty out the system. So, and yeah, I've got a ton of oak going to be coming in from that right now because of the enhanced growth. So let's get our golem. We need a golem core in order to make him do the farming thing. So let's look at what we need to do that. You know, I've done this enough. I should actually remember it, but unfortunately I don't remember exactly what I need. I had to make like 16 of these things before. I guess it helped. I was on the right tab. And the one, yeah, this is the one I want. Harvest is Mephis and Mento, which is going to be, let me just jump. Actually, I didn't need to come up here, dang it. Because I have my terminal. I keep forgetting that I have that wireless terminal available to me. So for the Mento, it's just going to be some hose. And I'm just going to take and throw some, maybe some, well, I know an invar is 4. I bet stone hose will be fine. 1, 2, how much does that give me? 2, I need 3 stone hose. And then let me see what the best thing for, or what I can get the other aspect, mosquito. Right past it, didn't I? There it is. Mefito, potatoes, bunch of other things, carrots. The cactus things give me 2. I'm just going to use 5 potatoes. I have a ridiculous amount of potatoes. Oops. And then I need a golem core. Do I have any of those available? Not up here, I don't. Let's hope that I have the materials in this chest to make one, or I have one sitting around. Good, I do. I have a blank sitting there waiting. So take that off of all this stuff off of my bar, set this up on my bar, because the way I like to do these is put everything that I need like right in a row on my bar or in my inventory. It doesn't have to be on my bar, it's just, I don't know. Get ready and then hold Alt and click away and then throw the last piece in and get what I wanted. Pretty easy. So there's my animation core and probably want to put a speed upgrade and a vision upgrade and possibly a bow tie and some other stuff. Let's get some stuff together. Let's make him look cool and make him work better. So back to the golem stuff, I'm going to want a speed upgrade, which is going to be air shard and gold nuggets. I should have both of those right here. Well, I have gold. And let's get some air shard, or an air shard. No, come on, there we go. So first I'm going to need some gold nuggets, so just go ahead and grab enough for 2, because I'm going to end up doing 2 upgrades. One is going to be the speed improvement, and I believe the other one I should probably get is the perception one, yeah, which is water. So I need a water shard. So that should make him see a little bit further and move a little bit faster. Good. Oh, no space in there for nuggets. I've got extra gold in there. There we go, nuggets. Oh, what else do I want? I want him to have a bow tie, because he needs to be dressed for success. I wonder if you can have a top hat and a bow tie. Keeps the sun at bay. I don't know what that means. Oh, tiny feathers are too cool. No idea. I know I can do tiny spectacles, which is iron glass, and bow tie, which is black wool and a string. So I need glass and iron for his spectacles. There they are. And let's see, I need the wool. That's probably going to be in here. I doubt I have any black. Dang it. Doubt I have any black wool ready to go. But let's check. No, I just have white and purple, but I know I have ink. Don't need that much ink. Let's see here. I will go ahead and make a little bit of black wool. There we go. Toss those back. Done with that. Oh, you know, I can put these gold away too, so. Okay, and oh, I need string. Do I have string here? No. That's the other thing I need to get out of here. String. Oh, I see what's wrong. This is not activated. So if I turn that on, then it'll start charging my wireless terminal. Yes, there we go. That's better. I was wondering why the wireless terminal was not recharging, even though I had it both on my bar. String. It's because I had to remake that resonant flux capacitor, and I never turned the new one back on. So if I go, there we go, tiny bow tie. And I think it'd be cool to have a top hat. I'm not sure that a top hat will work with, that's the wrong book. I'm not sure that the top hat will work with it, with the bow tie and glasses. But we'll get that, and we'll get the tiny fez just in case. So let's look at the top hat. Black wool and a gold band. And the fez is string and red wool. So I'm going to need to get back in here and get some more wool. Get another half stack of that and some rose red. There we go. So toss that in the middle, circle that around. Give me some red. Oops, forgot to get the string while I was in here. S-T-R-I-N-G spells string. I am so terrible at typing and spelling sometimes. I apologize. So there's the fez in case the top hat doesn't work. I need a piece of gold to make the top hat. No. Piece of gold in the middle and the rim and the top. And there's the top hat. Because I like the top hat better. I mean, fezzes are cool, but top hat's cooler. And my flight potion wore out, so I'm just going to go ahead and swig that and then fly up here. Whee! Okay, so this little guy is going to sit right there. He's going to be a farmer. He's probably going to... No? He's going to be stupid, I guess. Either that or these beans are not ready. So give him his upgrades. Let's give him his spectacles. You got some specs. Give him his bow tie. Not as cool looking on the Thamium Golem, I don't think. And let's see if he can take a top hat. He can. There he goes. Now he's dressed for success. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? These beans look like they're ready to me. They're not ripe? Okay. They must not be ripe. They must not be ripe enough anyway. So yeah, I'm probably gonna want to do a couple things next. Let me go check on my quest to see how... Actually, I don't need to go up there to do that. I can just look at my quest book, huh? And I'm at 94%. That's probably... It's probably now putting it in at the same rate at which it's cutting it down, I'm guessing. I look at oak. Yeah, it's definitely putting it in the same rate that it's cutting it down. So as soon as that finishes up, I should be able to complete this quest, and it is just a block of tree over there. That is interesting. Yeah, the magically enhanced tree growth is insane. So I'm going to keep working on this while I keep working on getting that garden enhanced. So I want to make some more stuff from Thaumcraft, which is going to be the lamp of growth. And I made a bunch of these back there to complete that one quest. I don't think I have any extras. Let me just check real quick. I have an extra jar of Essentia in there. Don't have to go up there to check that. Lamp. Nope, I don't have any extras. Do I have any extra regular lamps? Does not look like so, but I do have the stuff to make the lamps, which is amber blocks, daylight sensors, some iron. Oh yeah, and niter. There we go. That should make me a couple of lamps. I don't even think that's going to be enough. I want 8 lamps. What's that give me? 4, and then my one needs charged. Okay, I'm going to put together some lamps. You've seen me do it on previous episodes, so I'm not going to bore you with that process. So I'll be back after I've got my lamps together to show you the next stage. Okay, I'm back. I've gotten my lamps of growth made, all 8 of them, and I was about to start recording and it started raining. So I had to go ahead and set up my dissipation chargers again since I lost my other stack of them. Go ahead and put them in my inventory. I can now shut the power back off to this because I don't need that using up a ton of power when I'm not. There should be more than enough dissipation chargers for the time being, and now I can come back over and have plenty of light. Come back over here and put down my lamps of growth. Of course, they're not going to do anything until I get the rest of this subsystems made for this. But I can go ahead and position these where I want them. So they're going to be kind of around the garden like so. One here, and finally one there. So, well, I'm missing one because I didn't put a piece of silverwood there. A little out of proportion, so get that fixed real quick. Needs to have one more piece of silverwood right there. There we go. Now I have a nice even number of them all around the garden. Oh, it looks like... Well, what'd you do? Harvest a bean, but you didn't put it back. Oh. Yeah, you know what? I put the wrong upgrades on you, buddy. One of them upgrades has to be the order one. Otherwise, he won't replant. Oh, dang. So I'm going to need a golem bell to pick him up, which is some quartz. I should have all that stuff down there, and if not, I have my wireless terminal to get that if I don't have it down here already. So toss this stuff back in here. So do I have some quartz down here? I do not, but I can get it real quick. Quartz, another quartz. I think I need to change my recipe for silicon to use up all of that Certus quartz stuff. And I believe it's just 4 of those and a stick. So I try 4 of those with a stick. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. I just need to add that. Ooh. New icon. Nice. Okay. So Golemancer's Bell, I've got that now. Another tool replaced. And let me come back up here. And I'm just gonna pick him up with all of his enhancements. Let's see, do I wanna shift right click? No. Left click. There we go. Yeah, and I split off all of his enhancements, I think. Maybe they went someplace. Where'd they go? Well, maybe they ended up back in the system? I'm not even sure what they're called to type that in. Hopefully I got his tiny fez and stuff back. I might not have got those back. Bow tie. No. Well, I definitely got his one thing back there. Put him back in the world. Nothing. Okay, so I might have to make a couple of those over again. So I definitely need an order upgrade. Maybe you don't get the upgrades back, I'm not sure. Let me double check to see what those are actually called, and then I can check. Oh yeah, upgrade. So if I look up upgrade, well, they didn't end up back in the system, that's for sure. So I'm gonna have to remake all those. Not a big deal, but I need. Well, I think I'm gonna want him to still be fast. I think I want him to be. I would definitely need the order one, make him replant stuff. And I'm gonna need some more of that, and then I'm gonna need to get all that stuff again. Okay, let me craft this stuff off screen. I'll be right back. Okay, I've remade all that stuff. I'm going to back up here and set him back up again. Replant the one bean that he harvested. And let's see, I want to put the upgrades in first, I think. Then the core. Then give him his bow tie back, his glasses, and his top hat so he can be in style. Okay, buddy. Now this time, when you harvest something, you're supposed to replant it, okay? Hopefully he will get it right this time, now that I have the correct, I think the correct upgrades in him. So next, I need to set up something that I haven't done before, which is going to be a essence mirror. I don't think I even have it researched, so let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick in here. Under Artifice, I've got to research magic mirrors, and I need an Essentia mirror. For that I'm going to need some more magic research, which I can just come down here and go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total. I believe it was what I needed. Now I got Essentia mirrors. Okay, so that's going to let me transport Essentia from wherever to wherever through mirrors. And so to do that, I first need to make some mirrors. Just going to need some mirrored glass, quicksilver, and glass panes in the arcane table, which I have enough for that, because I'm only going to need 2. Need one for the sending end and one for the receiving end. And quicksilver, yeah, I should have some quicksilver in here. So go ahead, I can make those real quick, 2 mirrors. And then I'm going to need to set up an infusion, I believe, yes. Ender Pearl and 4 iron ingots, not bad. And what is the Aqua, Iter, and Permitado? Okay, so let me get that set up and I will be back. It's raining again, jeez. I'll be back after I get that set up. Okay, I've gotten all of the Essentia ready to go that I needed. I needed some water, I needed some Permitado, which I got from copper granules. Ex Nihilo copper stuff gives that pretty easily. And I got some Iter, which I distilled some ender pearls to get, so I had to buy some byproducts that I went ahead and bottled up that I hadn't had before in case I need them later for some other infusions, which I probably will if I get around to replacing all of the wand stuff that I lost. I lost all those focuses that I used to have, so I've only been able to replace well, not even replace, I just had spares because of quests in the system, so I had a spare exchange and a spare warding because I made an extra warding. Anyway, on with the show. So I've gotten all that ready to go. I just need to put the mirror in the middle to infuse it and go ahead and get it started. While that is going, let me talk about real quick what I got in my inventory here, which is the rest of this build. I made an alchemical furnace. You've seen me make one of those before. And an arcane. Look, ooh, something happened. Interesting. When's it ended? I blew it off of that pedestal and put it on that one. Interesting. Anyway, and there's my mirror in the middle. Get the next one going. I am just going to go ahead and put that one back over here, just because I like to keep it exactly like it shows it in the book, just in case. Still have nobody's responded to me about that question. I haven't really done any more research about it. Maybe there's an answer someplace, but I think that it should look as close to as possible as in the book. Otherwise, it might cost you extra Essentia points. Then again, that might be a Atomic Tinker thing. I don't know. I've had it happen in other worlds, so where it ends up costing me extra, even though I had all the stuff on the pedestals at all times. So. Gonna let that one go, and yeah, explain the rest of, so I have a piece of Essentia tube, alchemical furnace, and an alchemical emblem. Like I said, you've seen me craft those in a previous episode. Shouldn't be any surprise about that, and that's going to help me set up the rest of this build. There's my other mirror. So now I've got 2 mirrors and a jar of Essentia. That's the Essentia that I'm going to be needing to power those lamps over there. And I was going to set up 2 Tezzeracts, and then I'm like, well, I've got space up here, right here, in fact. Not a bad amount of space, and it doesn't take much space to put this into this area, really. So if I go ahead and set this guy right here, and I'm going to put the emblem on top of it, and a piece of Essentia tube coming out the side there, and there we go. So that should be all I need to get that going. So now all I have to do is tell this that it needs to feed it two things. I need it to feed it charcoal. So let's craft some charcoal so I can give it some charcoal. And I'm going to get my fuzzy. I think it should be in here again. Fuzzy, yeah, there it is. The fuzzy export bus, because I want it to export leaf blocks. Actually, I probably should just use the precision one, because I'm only going to be using oak leaf blocks. Feed oak leaves. I'm not even sure that, yeah, see, whenever it harvests the leaf blocks from the bloodwood tree, they don't even register as the proper items, so I'm not even sure that they would, you know, bloodwood apparently has not even close to the right stuff, so I wouldn't want that going in there anyway. So leaf. So yeah, I only want oak leaves to go in there, and I only want charcoal to go in there. And is it crafting me some? It should be crafting me some. Why is it not crafting me any charcoal? What's the holdup here? Apparently I didn't actually tell it to craft it. Charcoal. Craft me some. 64. Go. Okay, now it shows it, at least. It shows it in the crafting window, or crafting display. And one of these furnaces should be, yeah, buzzing right along with... Oh, well maybe it had an issue because it was out of oak. And my quest finished, so I can go turn this off. I don't need this going mad anymore. And that should reduce a little bit of lag, because I know that sometimes when you get these harvesters going like mad, they can produce a small amount of lag. And it looks like my bloodwood grow thing up there has probably run out of bone meal, so I might just go ahead and, since I have a ridiculous amount of redstone now anyway, I don't think I need to keep growing that bloodwood, so I'm definitely not gonna put any bone in it. I might leave it up there just to let it grow naturally occasionally, so but I don't think I need it at this point. So charcoal. There's some charcoal. So I'm going to tell this, and it probably would be better to run it off aluminium, but I don't have that being made just yet, so I want to tell it to do those and those, and I want to tell it to move items or craft, because it's not going to have charcoal available unless it crafts it. And then I need to give it a piece of cable to connect it to the rest of the system. Right. Oops, not there. There. Get that piece of cable back up. And that should... Okay, no, you need to go there. There we go. Well, that's a little bit of an issue, that it goes and tries to put the charcoal on the top, but as long as it doesn't run out of leaves, which it shouldn't, because this is full, and once this gets full, it's going to kind of back up, and the leaves will stay full. What I do need to do is come up here and set this harvester over here, needs to be set to shear leaves, yes. Now this one's going to shear leaves, it's the bigger one. It's going to give me tons and tons of leaves, which I'm going to use to make dirt later on. And that one is going to continue to get sapperlings. That little farm there was going to stay active and give me the sapperlings needed to feed this farm. Yeah, so that's that. All I need to do now is set up my Ascension mirrors, which is to put one on the wall here, right click it with that mirror. So yeah, that one's now linked to that mirror that's on the wall. And all I gotta do is bring it over, make sure I got plenty of flight before I fly over the void, although it shouldn't matter at this point because my armor, which I'm not wearing, so yeah, it does matter. So all I should need to do now is put this mirror here, and it should start feeding all of these lamps of growth through the mirror. It is just a beautiful sight, and it lights this area up with magic light that's going to make these beans grow much faster. Where you at, buddy? You there? Okay, he's there. He's watching me. He's like, what are you doing up there? He's like, you only gave me these 2 beans to watch grow. So, but now that I have all these lights, they should grow considerably faster. And once I get a few more beans from these first initial ones, I can spread them out around all of the places that I can possibly get them to grow. And on the outside here, I can put them, 2 tall, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hopefully he has enough visual range to get to those. If he doesn't, I might need to move that middle block here and put him as, his central point right there, just if he's not able to reach these back ones. And if all that fails, then he's going to have to get an upgrade. But because there is a better golem that I could in fact make for that. Okay, so yeah, he harvested some beans. So why don't I go see if I have any beans in the system now. Probably need to go get my regular armor back on. That would probably be a good idea. To put this back on. Oop. Gimme. There we go. And I'm not suppressed right now, so I'm going to move like greased lightning. Back over here to... Dang it. Yeah, that's a problem with the armor, is every time I run by this farm, it just... trees grow up and trap me. Back over here. Actually, I didn't even need to go over there to check this, because I have this handy dandy wireless access terminal that I totally keep forgetting about it. So if I look at beans, I've got 1 extra bean. Well, that's a start. So this is going to take a while to get all of these going, but since I have the lamps over here and the... Ooh, move really fast with the... Jeez, overshot my hole there. So yeah, if I come over here and look at this going, it's filled with oak leaves. It's going to stay filled with oak leaves and charcoal. Should. It's probably crafting charcoal to fill it up right now. Maybe? No? Why doesn't it want us... What's up with that? Let's see if the system is trying to craft charcoal. It is in fact trying to craft charcoal. Is this... Maybe it doesn't have any wood? No, it has plenty of wood. Not sure. I will troubleshoot that here in a bit. Maybe I need to input the charcoal into the bottom to get it to go into that right slot. Because, yeah, it doesn't seem like it's putting any charcoal in there. What if I tell the system to go ahead and make... No, there's charcoal in there, so yeah, definitely needs to go in the bottom, I think. So instead of moving the mirror, any of that other stuff, what I'm going to do, because I don't want to put a hole in the floor, I'm going to break this stuff and move it all up one block. So that goes there. That's there. This one is going to go on the side. Tell it leaf blocks. Tell it stacks. Doesn't need to craft. And then this goes back on top. Sorry, I should have done this off camera, but I'm about to turn in my quest here in a moment and call this a wrap. So there we go, just like that. And then put the charcoal back in here temporarily. Come on, open up. Had to be real close to that to get the interface to open. So I'm going to need another export bus to go on the bottom of this. And that one is going to be the one that takes and makes the charcoal. Open, there you go. And that one needs to be the one set to single mode craft and stuff. And then connect it back. There we go. There we go. Now it's getting charcoal into the bottom. Excellent. So that will sit there and make an endless amount of herba to power the bean garden. And that is where I'm going to wrap this up after I turn my quest in. I almost forgot. This is the only quest I got done this episode, which is punch tree, get blisters. And there's only one reward bag, and I get a flux infused axe for that. And a few hearts that'll go in the system. Let's see what my reward is. A tallow golem. I don't think I would have ended up using him. So, not a particularly interesting reward. So, let's toss all that stuff in the system. And say I hope that you enjoyed this episode. I know I did. I finally got my bean farm set up. I've been working on, or been trying to save that to do on camera for some time. And got all this stuff done. If you did like the episode, comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. If not, comment anyway and let me know how I can improve the next one. Catch you later.